This is the cold shoe on my ring light. It's just like a hot shoe for a strobe, but it doesn't have electricity. And that's what I mount the cell phone mount with. So that's called a cold shoe. This is called a cold shoe because it does not have electricity running through it. If it had electricity running through it, it would be called a hot shoe. More options for this, I could mount this battery-powered LED. If I use the cold shoe adapter that has the 1/4 20, 1/4 20 thread. This is a separate light stand. It has a standard 5/8 inch stud with, well, actually has an adapter on top, but the adapter has a 1/4 20 thread on the top. And that means I can mount this LED light and have it separate from my ring light. I can also mount my camera and have it separate from my ring light. And now I'm free to move my ring light separately from my camera and shape different types of light. This is a standard 5/8 inch stud, and I have nothing to mount to. So I need an adapter. This particular adapter I got at B&H Photo Video. The brand is Impact, and Impact is a brand that B&H owns. It's called the Deluxe Umbrella Mount with adjustable shoe. Nice thing about this is it will fit on the standard 5/8 stud, but it comes with its own stud that will screw into a 1/4 20 thread, and it also has a spot for the larger thread patterns. Because it's so adjustable, if I wanted to, I could put this cold shoe mount into the stud, place it into my adapter, mount it, and as I loosen this, I can rotate this adapter and get an additional articulation of angle. I think I'm going to bring the camera up a little bit so we can look at this adapter more. I'm going to move this off the ring light, loosen here, and just put it on the standard stand. If I loosen this bit, pull out this stud, I want to show you that it has a cold shoe, which is the first way we mounted our phone. But if I unscrew it, it has a 1/4 20 stud and a 3/8 16 stud, which means I can now mount this phone stand or that LED light, put it in here, and I have a lot of options. So now my light or my phone can be separate from my ring light, just with the addition of this one adapter. So all of the previous stories were with this setup. So I had the phone in the phone holder with that Impact adapter on a separate light stand. I'm going to back up and show you how I lit the whole thing. I have a background just to clean things up, but the principal light, and the only light, was a piece of diffusion taped to the ceiling and a simple shop light. So it gets me a nice, soft, diffused light that looks like a big window. This Deluxe Impact mount was probably the most useful thing that I got when I started out. So this is $25, the cell phone holder is $5, and the simple light stand was $20. So for $50, I went from having to rely on an awkward mount inside my ring light to having something that's smaller and more universal. And that universal adapter is called an umbrella mount because it has a hole for an umbrella. I can use the umbrella instead of this big piece of diffusion. And create a nice lighting scenario for my tabletop.